Alright, going live, 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 going live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is your host for the most, Kanigas. I better get out of the way for Kanigas. And then there's me, Griever, as always, bringing you guys some more Dragon Age Origins Let's Play quest number part 4. The Hornless Qunari is what we're entitling this one, because I hope to get pretty far. Or at least finish Lothering, if I can. So, yeah, the game audio should be good, and we should be good. Everything should be working properly, I hope. Anyway, so we just encountered Liliana, and she's something alright.
As I live and breathe, you're the Grey Warden everyone's been talking about.
Nice armor.
I represent the Blackstone Irregulars. We're a mercenary company that fell on hard times after the war with Orlais. I'm sure you know that times are getting worse every day. With your help, the Irregulars could be of use to Ferelden once more. Our leaders thought you might be willing to help. Each of our posts in Ferelden will contain letters addressed to you. Unlike most who work with us, you're getting letters straight from Raelnor and Tauran, our leaders. I hope this tells you how highly the Irregulars regard the Grey Wardens.
I'll take a look.
Thank you.
This is mercenary
When you've
work.
completed a mission, just
It's not like they're
report to
evil.
me or any of our members stationed at an Irregulars post. We'll make sure your efforts are rewarded. Maker's blessings light your path.
Very nice.
All right.
So scraping the barrel. My friend, there are a number of people who pledged to aid the Blackstone Regulars in times of need. Those times are now. Found 3 letters of conscription. Delivered to the people listed below and return to the regulars for your payment. Should these people refuse to, we must get them down to their hosts. We have somebody in Redcliffe, somebody in Denerim, and somebody in Lothering. Your friend, Telenor. Alright, so Pater Gritch in Lothering. Alright, we'll do our best, but accept that one. And Declaration of Duty. My friend, the Irregulars require trusted agents to track down and deal with deserters. Do this and you will be rewarded. These deserters took with them valuable supplies. Like, at first I'm like, okay, deserting's one thing, but then they took things. On their way out, deal with these wastes of space as you see fit and bring the supplies back as proof that the problem has been dealt with. We also ask no questions as to your methods and the final conditions of the deserters. Use these under your own discretions, like Calenhad, Denerim, and the Frostback Mountains. Alright, cool. So we got ourselves a couple more quests. And some more codex. So let's check out the codex. Quest related codex. So, dear friend, you're receiving this letter. Alright, so we got the quest. Is that the only one? I thought there was others. Okay, maybe it's just updated. Alright, cool. Alright, so that's the Blackstone Irregulars. There's the sister, refugee. Where's the guy that we're supposed to hunt down, though? That's the question. Refugee, bard, refugee girl. Barlin, refugee, Barlin, customer. Alright, well, let's talk to Barlin.
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell. A whole mess of refugees come in and leave near every night. All have hungry bellies, sad tales, and mementos for barter. I sold that big merchant outside about half my larder 2 weeks back, and now he's charging outrageous sums for all my food.
Don't worry about him, I took care of it.
You did? Well, I don't know what to say to that. Thanks.
Show me what you got. Oh, okay. Alright. How many of these you got? We'll take all the health potions, of course. And I think we should take all the lesser injury kits as well. What else we got? Traps, rock slaves, lyrium potion recipe. It might come in handy. We should take that. Incest of awareness, no. My lure plans, no. Plans, no. I think I'm okay with those. Tons of flasks. Of course, because they are very helpful in making... Yeah, Thorn of the Gods. Now, this is a dumb... Like, randomly here, we were able to get that. Like, that's crazy. Shiny gold ring is a gift for 13, sure. Ale is a gift, sure. Golden rope necklace is a gift, sure. Amulet of Accord, no. This is the war paint for our dog, heavy. I don't think any of this stuff is worth anything. A lightning rod, which is way more than we can afford. Sailor's crossbow, that's crazy. The thorn of the dead gods, like 2 damage, 2 armor penetration. I mean, that's pretty good and everything, but I mean, we just can't afford it, you know. So yeah. So anyways, it is what it is. I think we can sell a few things. So an engraved silver bowl we can get rid of. And then we can also get rid of, there was some other stuff. The iron rings, we don't need those. The mud idol, we don't need that. Wildstone clap is restriction of Morrigan, but we don't really need her to have it. The Warden's oath, that's another one. +2 constitution, that's great, but we got better. Feral wolf charm we'll keep because somebody will probably use the Chanted robe, we don't need. Chasten's robes, we don't need. Harvard's Aegis we'll keep for a little bit. We'll keep a few of these things. We don't need the helmets. We don't need the short bow. We can keep this stuff, like the edge. Like, damn. Desert extract. Yeah, so we're doing okay. So there we go. Alright. No, why is there a question?
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt, but I got other gear to sell.
Know of any, well, alright.
Check the chanter's board by the chantry. There's good jobs there. I don't suppose you know anything about poison. I figured if I kept asking, I'd find someone. I'd pay good coin for some simple poison. Something to slow them beasties down or make them think twice. Well, there's herbs in the North Wood. As for other stuff, look around town. Some refugees just left things behind to travel faster. I don't really know what you need, though. I might have some in stock, too.
Alright. A poisonous proposition. So, what do we need to make for him? Create a poison. Wants poisonous traps, but is found to protect from beasts. That's to create a suitable poison for 3 facts of venom. Should do the trick. Don't we already have venom? I thought we had venom. I think we sold it, actually. We have 4 flasks. Alright, so who among us? Poison making is Liliana, of course. To make venom. Of course it's gonna take that. Shit. Our toxin extract.
Any luck with that poison? Or you here to see my stock?
I have what you asked for.
Splendid! If those beasties come on my land, I hope it teaches them a lesson. Yeah, enough gold to cover any of your expenses and then some, hey?
Actually, items received. I don't know what we received, but 75. What did we receive? I don't. Oh, some ale, I guess. I mean, cool. Fair enough. But alright, yeah. Cool. And who's this guy? Dano.
Gonna make more trouble? About all we can stand in Lothering now.
Sorry about the mess.
They had it coming, and they were troubling up themselves. So long as you don't start more, I won't get excited. Right then, name's Denal. Sorry I can't chat much. As you see, we've a full house. Look around. People are sleeping on the floors and in the attic. That's how many rooms I don't have.
Heard any rumors?
King Kaelin dead, the throne falls to Queen of North. She's made her father the regent, however, at least for now. I think Kaelin's father, old King Merrick, would have approved. Anything else I can get you?
I mean, yeah, but he wouldn't have liked that he killed his son.
When Tian Logain marched by, he left those fellas behind to look for Grey Wardens. I suppose that's you.
But how do they know? Yes, it is.
I have no qualm with you, whatever the turn says. My grandfather served. Your secret's safe with me.
Oh, your grandfather was a great warden? That's amazing.
Luck speed your way.
Cool. Okay, let's go in here. See what they got. Ooh. Refugee boy, the cook.
I'll have no fighting in my kitchen. Out with you.
The barrel. There's a quartz in it, okay. And Liliana, show us your skills. Novice lightning rune. Let's go. And we get more experience. See, that's the thing that I hate missing out on. It's all that extra experience when you're a rogue. You get so much more experience. Sort of dummy how crazy it is. I want to check that quest though. The Blackstone Irregulars. Which one? Scraping the Barrel. Let's see. Lake Helen had done around, but Scraping the Barrel is Patter Gritch in Lothering. We gotta find Paller Gritch before we leave. So we're already in Lothering, you know? I want to clear Lothering before the end of the night. So what we're gonna do first though is we're gonna go out.
He says the mages in the tower out on Lake Calenard are all turning into demons.
They always say that, though.
Well, this time it's true. They're not sure what.
Alright, hold on a sec. I just want options. Where's audio? Let's see, music volume, dialogue volume I want. Alright, it's at the most. We'll take music volume down a little bit. We'll take sound effects volumes down. We'll go like that. And then hopefully I can hear some shit.
To do about it, yeah, he says.
What's to do? I thought you killed them.
Easier said than done. Mages pick a fine time to go turning into demons.
Caden said sup. Caden said, did you ever play the Lord of the Rings game for the PlayStation 2? Which one? There was a couple. There was the Two Towers, Return of the King, and I think that was it. I think the Third Age. No, the Third Age was on the GameCube, so that was PlayStation 2. Third Age was amazing. I played it on this channel actually.
How dare you accuse me of thievery? I saw you take the supplies from my car. Your grassland eyes are inept. A chastened would never stoop to petty theft.
Yeah, they would.
Folk are all thieves and liars. Enough! People here are already desperate and frightened. They don't need you two coming to blows. But what about my food? I said enough!
Jesus.
The forest failed to protect us. Our gods deserted us. There's no protection here either.
Shokke basit,
Oh, wait a minute.
starit, merade twasit, abana kyun,
It's our man.
shokra, anan samkip. You aren't one of my captors. I will not amuse you any more than I have the other humans. Leave me in peace.
You're a prisoner? Who put you here?
I'm in a cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry.
The revered mother said he slaughtered an entire family, even the children.
It is as she says. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Qunari peoples.
Sten of the Bearside. But Sten is actually not... We call him Sten, but we learn later in Dragon Age 2, or in dialogue here, that Sten is actually not his name, but his title, his rank. Kane said, either one. I had both of them, but never finished the games. I played a little bit of Two Towers, or Return of the King, one of them, and that was it. I did play the Third Age. I love the Third Age. Kane said, a hardcore fabulous pretended to be a man for nearly 2 years. What's a fabulous? I assume that's the type. Pretend to be a man for nearly 2 years and off herself because of the mental abuse other females said to her when they thought she was a man and other problems. A hardcore fabulous. I assume this is sad, but I think the typo is probably Qunari.
If you haven't heard of us, that is your own shortcoming.
Fair
Though
enough.
it matters little now. I will die soon enough.
I like.
This is a proud and powerful creature, trapped as prey for the Darkspawn. If you cannot see a use for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's sake alone.
Mercy? I wouldn't have expected that from you.
Look at me
I
glitching.
suggest that Alistair take his place in the cage.
There we go.
Yes, that's what I would have expected.
I suggest you leave me to my fate.
No, I'm bringing you with us, motherfucker. You're amazing. Now, right now, we don't need you because we got Alistair and me, but I really... One day, I want the party... I should have played it this way. I really should have went sword and shield. I was just so hell-bent on being a two-hander for some reason, and I shouldn't have been. But I like Alistair. See, here's the problem. You know, a game is really good when you want all the companions in your party. Like, your party's not big enough, you know? Like, it's not like you're always going like, alright, you got your 8 companions, but I only ever go with these 3 anyways. No, no, no. I want Sten in my party. I want Zevran in my party. I want Alistair in my party. I want Morgan. I want everybody in my party. That's the problem. I find myself in need of skilled help.
No doubt. What help do you seek? The Blight. Are you a Grey Warden, then? My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true.
The revered might let you free.
Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance.
Well, actually, we can conscript it.
Likely to bring my death is waiting here.
Actually,
farewell then.
To be left here to starve? Or to be taken by the Darkspawn? No one deserves that. Not even a murderer.
I mean, technically speaking, let's talk about this for a second, because even though the Grey Wardens, even though Loghain doesn't like us right now, Merrick brought our order back. If I want to conscript, I can fucking conscript whoever the fuck I want, and the Chantry can't do shit.
They say your mother is Flemeth, witch of the Qunari Wilds.
Oh.
They also say that washing your feet in winter makes you catch cold in the head, but we all know that is not true. But sometimes they are right, and they are right in this.
You know the stories about...
Of course. You think my mother would let me go without telling me all the stories of her youth?
My mother told me stories too. She was the one who kindled my love of the old tales and legends.
My mother's stories curdled my blood and haunted my dreams. No little girl wants to hear about the wilder men her mother took to her bed, using them till they were spent, then killing them. No little girl wants to be told that this is also expected of her once she comes of age.
I see.
No, you don't. You really don't.
That was actually one of the most... I paused there at that conversation because I've heard it before, guys. And that is one of the most... Morrigan is actually a very three-dimensional character. A lot of people think... She is open about the shit that she went through. And she knows her childhood is fucked up. But she also thinks, because she's so twisted at this point in her life, she also knows that other people are walking through life with sunglasses on. And she just wants them to take them off and open their fucking eyes. She's very cynical, and she has every right to be. And when people ask her about it, rarely does she dodge the question. She does sometimes, but right there in that instant, she goes, I was just an innocent little girl, and my mother wasn't the best mother. She fucked me up. So, Kane said a feminist. Oh, wait. So a hardcore feminist pretended to be a man for nearly 2 years, and offed herself. Wait, so a hardcore feminist pretended to be a man for 2 years and offed herself because of the mental abuse other females said to her when they thought she was a man and other problems. Wait, so you're saying that a feminist, a female who was a hardcore feminist, pretended to be a man and basically walked a mile in a man's shoes, and people thought she was a man, and she realized how fucking hard it was, and she offed herself? I mean, there's more to it than that. Like, once again, being a guy is more difficult than women or feminist circles would lead you to believe, or the LGBT or anything like that. But that there was more going on, as you said. There was more mental issues going on there. You know, like that wasn't all of it. Because, yeah, being a guy is hard. Being a woman is hard. They have their pros and their cons. But that's something else entirely. You know what I'm saying? Refugee. Just checking for that asshole who skipped out. Sister. G, refugee. Just trying to find that Blackstone and regular guy. Oh, a chest. Ooh, candy. Piece of candy. Bronze symbol of Andraste. Let's go. Kane said the reason why she discovered herself as a man is because she thought that men had it easy, and on other women she wanted to prove that point. And was she fucking wrong? 100%. So yeah, I mean, I like the idea. Oh, there he is.
Yes? What can I do for you? I knew this time would come. I should have listened to my sister. Sure, sign the paper, she said. You'll enjoy some coin now, but they'll be back. I guess I'll see you on the front lines.
Easy, nice. Alright, we got an update. Alright, so let's talk to you, but first... Is there no chest in the... That's fucking disappointing. Alright. Let's just save this beforehand because I really want to get some good... whatchamacallit here. Some good approval. Because there's ways to do this without Liliana, but yeah.
Good day, Sister Liliana. I'm surprised to see you're still in Lothering.
It is good to see you as well, Your Reverence.
Is there something I can do for you then?
I want to talk about Sten, the Qunari you imprisoned.
It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you?
What did he do?
He butchered an entire farmhold. Only one of the youngest hid long enough to survive. The child said his father had found the Qunari gravely wounded and took him in. That kindness was repaid with murder. The bandsman found the Qunari just standing amidst the carnage. He did not resist them.
Seems like a Scar situation here to me, ladies and gentlemen. Fullmetal Alchemist style. Kane said, I believe if Shanks still had both his arms, he would be considered the greatest swordsman, but since he has only one arm, he's not as good as he once was at using a sword. See, no, I think I'm with Tekking and I'm with a lot of other people. I think Mihawk won the duel, you know, overall, and has the more, like, some people are saying, well, Shanks' hockey is greater and Mihawk's skill with the sword is greater, which, even if that's the case, so even if you say Shanks won the duel, but by hockey, not by skill, once again, people are doing that skill thing, so this is going to sound really stupid, but at the end of the day, who's the better actual swordsman? Is Mihawk better with the blade? You know? External factors like hockey, you know what I mean? Like, did they duel without hockey? Or did they duel with hockey? Because that's a totally outside factor. Like, if you took one of the greatest swordsmen in the world, who had no Conqueror's hockey, and then you have him go fight Shanks, does that mean because Shanks beats him because of Conqueror's hockey imbued attacks, that he beat him? Well, yeah, he beat him in a fight, but is he a better swordsman? No. So, I still think Mihawk is actually the better swordsman of the two. And I think that Mihawk probably actually won the duel, and that's how he got the title. But I'm not sure. It's certain he did it. What would make him do such a thing?
He would not say, though he acknowledged his guilt.
Okay.
Even the seasoned knights who apprehended him were disturbed by the carnage. However docile he appears, do not be fooled. That Qunari is a danger.
Is there any way I can convince you to release him?
Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers.
I think you might release him into my custody.
And what do you say on this, Liliana? You know your friend better than I.
These are unusual times.
Oh yeah, this happens instead.
With us, the Qunari might do some good. I am sure of it, in fact.
Were things not so desperate? Very well, I trust you. Take these keys to his cage and make her watch over you.
Thank you, Your Reverence. Your trust is not misplaced.
Okay, so we didn't do any approval shit, but here's the thing. Like, ooh, we're threatening priests. Ooh, what fun, says Morrigan when we threaten her about it. Liliana loses faith, but she was supposed to gain, so... Yeah, I don't know. I like the idea of threatening a priest too, but it is what it is. So anyways. Kane said, I believe as of this point in the story, Mihawk is the better swordsman. But when they were fighting in the past, I believe they had a draw. Maybe they did have a draw, but then that doesn't prove that Shanks is a better swordsman either. I think Mihawk is actually the best swordsman in the series.
So I take it you did not enjoy your Templar training?
That's directed at me, I take it.
Do you see any others about who have failed at their religious instruction?
I didn't fail. I was recruited into the Grey Wardens.
And if you had not been recruited, what would have happened instead?
I would have turned into a drooling lunatic, slaughtered the Grand Cleric, and run through the streets of Denham in my small clothes, I guess.
Your self-awareness does you credit.
I thought you'd like that.
I love their banter so fucking much. Let's go. Let's free Sten. Though, it sucks that I'm the two. I really wanted... You know, because this is the party, if you harden her, and then you harden Sten, this is actually the party you have in the trailer.
You wish something more of me?
I do want to use him just once in a while, though. What did you do that up here?
I have been convicted of murder. Have the villagers not spoken of this?
Are you guilty?
Are you asking if I feel guilt or if I am responsible for the deed?
I love his double entendres.
Whatever I've done, my life is forfeit now.
I love how Sten views questions. It's awesome. Like, this was such an interesting character. It's, like, amazing. Kane said, because it stayed, they fought multiple times. I believe they're probably tied to each other in a couple of fights. Shanks won some, Mihawk won some. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Shanks won some, Mihawk won some. I think the duel that Whitebeard was talking about was the duel, and I think Mihawk won it, but...
Either you have an enviable memory or a pitiable life to know nothing of regret.
Fair point. Who did you murder?
The people of a farmhold. 8 humans, in addition to the children.
Jesus Christ. That's horrible.
I agree.
Oh. See, I like that. Capturing must have been difficult.
There is no difficulty in capturing prey that surrenders. I waited for several days until the knights arrived. Because I wished to. Either you have an enviable memory or a pitiable life to know nothing of regret.
How long have you been here?
20 days now. I shouldn't last much longer, another week at most. Compared to your kind, maybe.
To be left here to starve? Or to be taken by the Darkspawn?
Okay, let's free him.
You wish something more of me?
Have the key to open your cage.
I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it.
She could release you into my custody.
So be it. Set me free and I will follow you against the blight. And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement.
Nice. Thank you, Stan. Glad to have you with us.
May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
Nice. Well, we're gonna... Sorry, Stan, you're staying... Let's see. Well, actually, we'll take out... Hold on. Take out you.
Yes.
We'll add Sten for a moment just so we can give him some gear, and then that'll be that. Okay, Sten, my man, here you go. Balanced greatsword, cause you're awesome. And as far as armor goes, scale armor. Yeah. Chainmail boots. Yeah. Leather gloves. Yeah. Helm of the Deep. Even on you, that looks weird without the rest of the set, so we'll keep the Helm of the Deep. But yeah, okay. You're looking pretty fine there, Sten. You're looking. Look at that, Sten looking pretty solid, So we will we'll talk to our boy Sten.
Why are we stopping?
Working together, I think I should get to know you.
There are darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful?
Are you alright? You were in the cage for weeks.
You are concerned. No need. I am fit enough to fight. No. Get used to disappointment. People are not simple. They cannot be summarized for easy reference in the manner of the elves are a lithe, pointy-eared people who excel at poverty.
Oh, Jesus. You said you were in the army.
I am.
Have you ever fought in a war?
I have always fought in war, human.
What do you mean by that?
My people have been at war since the moment we set foot in the Northern Islands.
So the Qunari don't come from the islands?
We do now.
Where did you come from before?
Somewhere else.
Can you be more specific? Can't you be more specific?
No. I was born in Saharon. Of the land we came from, I know nothing, not even its name. I do not see how this matters. Saharon and Parvolan are distant. Ferelden and the Darkspawn are immediate.
True, let's go.
As you wish.
Stun approves +2. Let's go. Alright, we're saving that because we got approval. We're saving that because we're gonna probably get some disapproval here by trying to get some shit out of him. Kane said, I'm pure swordsmanship, I believe Mihawk is superior, but who is physically the more powerful of the two? I'll give it to Shanks. Yeah, like, Shanks has probably the better hockey. Like, let's just be real. Shanks' hockey is probably rivaled only by Rayleigh's right now. Rayleigh and Shanks have the top 2 hockeys in the verse. I'm not convinced otherwise. I'm not even convinced that Shanks' hockey is better than Rayleigh's right now. Like, because Rayleigh, once again, you gotta remember, Rayleigh has been working at his hockey for like 7 decades. And he's not gotten worse at it, you know? Like, physically, yeah, like, they're like, yeah, physically guys get old, but it's like, yeah, but our hockey don't, you know? So, Kane said, have you watched the new Dragon Ball movie? No, I haven't, but I can't wait for it. If you are going for the title of greatest swordsman, that means you have to have the greatest swordsman skills on the planet. I don't think power comes into play. I think they just fight with pure swordsmanship. I agree. I agree with that. Kane said, you should have fought with the sword and shield. There was already a person with a great sword in your team to begin with. Yeah, with Sten, but there's also a sword and shield with Alistair. There's always, and there's a dual wielder, you know what I mean? I could have dual wield swords. It's all good, though. Sten is awesome. I'll use him from time to time. What were you doing in that cage?
Sitting, as you observed.
Very funny.
Thank you.
You don't like me much, do you?
Warden, if I truly disliked you, I would leave. That I am still here, you may interpret however you choose. I did. Parshera. Was there anything else? Speak, then. Then I suggest we move on.
One question.
I am hardly surprised.
Why did he come to
To answer a question.
What was the question?
The Arishok asked what is the Blight. By his curiosity, I am now here.
The Arishok. Put a shade on, Hulk. And we kill that motherfucker later.
The one who commands the Antam, the body of the Qunari.
So he's your king?
Qunari have no kings.
What do you have then?
Little patience for endless questions. Why do you? Exactly. You don't ask, nor do I. The Arishok sends me and I go.
Fair enough.
A portion of it.
What was the answer?
Were you not at Ostagar when the army was overwhelmed? That is your answer. Yes. Never. I cannot go home.
Why not?
It doesn't matter now. Can we move on? We keep the Darkspawn waiting. As you wish.
Stun approves +8. Jesus, we just got 10. Guys, I know this isn't as hard as fucking like Kotar or whatever. Like Dragon Age like basically candies you this shit, but still, let's go.
Yes.
I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Actually, never mind.
Very well.
I love how you can actually ask your companions to leave, and they will leave. That's crazy. Kane said, "Who do you think is better swordsman, Killer Bee or Zoro?" Zoro.
Speak then.
That's enough for now.
Then I suggest we move on.
Okay, so we need our, we need our stuff at a higher rate than right now, but that's all. That's all good. So let's remove you.
Indeed.
Add you. Okay, cool. All right, so let's go this way. Don't see anything worth. I wish I could remember all the chests. Is there other chests in other areas that Liliana could have maybe opened? I don't know. Oh.
We done heard what was said. You're a warden. I don't know if you killed King Kalen, and make her forgive me, I don't care. But that bounty on your head could feed a lot of hungry bellies. Attack!
Okay, so I can't. Alright, so you. I don't like that he does an auto attack. He used to do the auto attack thing.
Stop the bleeding.
Oh, Liliana's down.
Show them no mercy!
Boom. I mean, to be fair, we got like sort of squandered upon, so. How you feeling? Wrench limb. Alright, injury kit. There we go. You're fine now. Right? Yeah, cool. Ken said, personally, I think Killer Bee is a better swordsman because he created the 8-sword style, and so far, even if Sasuke... Yeah, but remember Hachi had the 8-sword style too? And Zoro beat him in Arlong Park. So, just saying. And even Sasuke's Sharingan couldn't predict his movements. I mean, I don't think Sasuke could beat Zoro either, but... Alright, so we got precise striking right now, which is... Through sheer force of will, the character remains in control of the battlefield, getting a slight increase to attack damage while being immune to stun or down, knock down, fetch for the duration. What's this? Powerful swings. While in this mode, the character puts extra muscle behind each swing, gaining a bonus to damage for suffering balance to attack and defense. I like this one. I think that one's better. Anyways, is anybody got some shit on them? No, so we killed everybody and we got nothing out of it. That is some unfortunate shit. Okay, we got some rubble. Of course, there's Darkspawn over here. But we're not ready to leave yet. Oh. Oh, here we go. Okay, why is she... Wait a minute. Liliana, just out of curiosity, you are equipped with a bow. Oh, is your secondary... okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take away your daggers for a second. We're going to take away your arrows for a second. Take away your bow for a second. We're going to give you one option You're supposed to be long range support. That's what you're supposed to be. Jesus Christ. Okay. Everybody's fighting well. Okay. Okay. And you take it. Put it. Bari's. Oh, Liliana's down again. Of course she is. And you. Pummel strike, yeah. Boom. Oh yeah, we totally killed your ass though. Okay, so that was one of the bandit groups. Did quite well. Now that we've got, let's see, Liliana decided to do that on her own.
Is it just me, or did I do really badly back there?
No, you're fine. So we're good. Alistair, you're good. You're good. You need, of course, another injury kit. God damn it. Oh, right. Okay, fair enough. Kane said, Sasuke at his pinnacle dog walk Zoro as of right now. But if you're talking about the Sasuke that fought against Killer B, I agree Zoro would kill Sasuke. That's my point. The one that fought against Killer B that couldn't predict his movements, Zoro would be able to beat him. Like, that's my point. I'm not talking broken God mode fucking bullshit end of the series Sasuke. I'm talking the one that fought Killer B like you're talking. You know. Alright, so we'll be right back, guys. Just gonna take a leak. And we'll be right back. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back and we are playing hard. So, Kane said people that don't know Naruto think that Sasuke had his EMS in the fight against Killer Bee when he had only his normal MS. He didn't get EMS until on Cage Summon. Yeah, like the, yeah. Kane said Obito deigned to the surgery on Sasuke until after Sasuke went blind after his fight was done. So when the other guy, yeah, like certain people didn't read it properly. You know what I mean? So it really just is what it is. Yeah, I like Indomitable over powerful swings, in all honesty. But I don't want Threaten on. Threaten's a little much. This one, because Threaten increases enemy hostility, it draws the aggro, and I don't want everybody trying to attack me. I want it spaced out. I want that shit spaced. You know what I'm saying? So, yep. Alright, so that happened. I know there are Darkspawn up here. So, I mean, we can just leave.
So you can get off my back. I'll get on it.
But I'm trying not to aggro them yet, because I know that that's how we get out of Lothering. So yeah. Anyways, there's that. Let's just go around, because I believe if I open up the map, where's the map? Yeah, see, it'll show us where we've been and where we haven't been, so we're all good. So we're not going to miss anything. Oh, wait, shit, where? Oh, in front of us. Oh, Jesus. There we go. Okay, why don't you have health potions in the bar, though? You should have health potions in the bar. See, I fucked this up. There we go. So close. Use. And you are still attacking. Alright, good, good, good. Don't use Threaten. Use fucking this. Oh, that's why it's the bandit leader. Okay. Okay. So, that's why it was the bandit leader. Who got... Holy shit. That's some good shit. Alright, fair enough. Still won, though. What are we playing on? We're playing on normal, aren't we? I believe. Options, gameplay. Yeah, we're playing on normal. There's normal, hard, nightmare. Yeah, I've played on nightmare. I don't think I ever beat this game on nightmare. I have beaten Dragon Age Inquisition. I was a god in Dragon Age 3. I was a god on nightmare. I could kill anything on it. I killed the hardest bosses on nightmare. There was no chance of me ever dying. I was that good. I have... No, wait. I got all the trophies. So yeah, I have beaten bosses on nightmare. I think I did. Yeah, I did beat this game on nightmare. I beat this game and I beat Awakening on nightmare for sure. The DLC and Dragon Age 2. Yeah, what am I talking about? I totally did that. I'm trying to think like, oh, like I didn't get all the trophies. Totally did get all the trophies. Alright, Liliana. Yeah, it takes a lot of stamina, actually. I think I'm good without the... Wait, what's the added effect right now? Oh, do you have Song of Valor? Okay. Well, whatever. It's all good.
I'll get on it.
I don't remember it looking like this, in all honesty. Oh, giant spiders, of course.
Can I get you a ladder? Get off my back.
But they don't do much damage, so it's fine. Oh, Liliana died. Wait a minute. How? How did Liliana die? Like, Jesus. Alright, so this is why we buy a lot of injury kits. I am not very good at this game. So lesser injury kit. Oh yeah. Use. And then you. There we go. Well, we got all the toxin extracts we need for sure.
I'll get on it.
Well, there is a quest to have 15 of these little fuckers, so.
Now's better than later.
Alright, we'll do a quick save just because, you know, you never know who we're going to run across. I didn't expect to encounter the bandit chief in that area, so. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Alright. Apparently I can't. Alright. Okay. Okay, let's go down here and boom. Oh, you got a level up. Perfect. Boom. Alrighty. Alright. Let's take some shit from these people. Because we got gain. Oh, we can walk on this? Alright, so the PC version's a little different from... Oh. Can't walk on it completely. Alistair gained a level up though, so we gotta deal with that. Level up! Right, he's a Templar, so technically speaking, Hmm. One of each, I think, is good. Because it also allows us to get the... Like, we get powerful, which is, of course, just a passive. We also get threaten. But in shield capabilities, we get shield wall, which is just dummy level strong. That's what we want, because shield wall, unlike shield defense, shield wall is the move to use. In this mode, the character's shield becomes a near fortress, adding a significant bonus to armor and greatly likelihood of shrugging off missile attacks. Cost of reduced damage. Shield makes the character immune to direct knockdown attacks while in this mode, and shield mastery gives a bonus to defense. So shield mastery, which is right here. But yeah, so... So yeah. So now we have to give this man, fuck that, give him shield wall instead. So much better. Let's just check his tactics though. Where's the tactics? Okay, Alistair is a defender. Activate any activate shield wall. There we go. Save. Save. There. Alright. As long as he knows what he's doing, we're good. We're good, we're good, we're good. Okay. Kane said, let's see. I still don't see the difference in damage, it's about the same. The difference in damage is about the same. Yeah, I don't see it either. Kane said, if Mihawk was in Bleach, I believe he would unlock his Shikai and Bonkai and would be captain level threat if he was in the world of Bleach. 100%. He'd be one of the top tier captains. Caden said, if spiders were that big in real life, humans would 100% go extinct because of heart attacks. I think so. Listen, I wouldn't want to run up to them and fight them like my Great Warden just did. I would not want to do that. I know my limitations, and that is one of them. Alright, so cool. Alright, so we basically cleared this place 100% out, but there are extra missions. This is what people forget. Or, I mean, it's hard to miss, but people still miss them. Is that basically what you can do? Get on it. Is that now that we've done all this, right? Ooh, hello.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
I didn't know about this chest. Granted, it has nothing, so maybe I did know and I forgot, but anyways. Alright, so... Okay, we apparently can't go through there. But, point is that we run over here, right? And you think that's the end. It's like, alright, we cleared out the area, we cleared out the bandits, blah, blah, blah. Oh, no, 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 my friend. Go to the Chanter's board. End the quests. Maybe get a couple of new quests. You know what I'm saying? So there we go. See? Bandits, bandits everywhere.
Let him take notice and shine upon thee, for thou hast done his work this day.
Got it.
Let's see. So we have when bears attack. On behalf of Thed, the farmer, and his departed son, I inscribe this missive. As the maker is my witness, I charge all those with knowledge of arms and armor to brave the dangers of the northern wood to find the family of bears that mauled and killed the boy Eneth. For they are an abomination, and the makers right in their hides would prove great comfort to the northern farmers and solace for Thed's family. As chanter for Lothering, I do pledge a sum of 1 sovereign to whoever carries out this maker's will. Excuse Jesus. Alright. And a last keepsake. Thanks to all the villagers who have opened up their barns and coffs to the refugees in these dark times, the Chanter regularly hears praise from our visitors, and their virtuous deeds are mentioned in many prayers. Sadly, there is a lone boy in the village whose mother, good wife Sarah, is missing. As she has been missing for the better part of a week, for this writing, she is presumed dead. May Maker bless her passing. She was a lady of middle years with red hair and a fond of a green cloak. Any traveler resident comes across her in the wilds, but return her body to the effects of the remains. In later years, the boy will be thankful to have such keepsakes to remember. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, that's the boy. Have you seen my mother? So, yeah, 3 gold sovereigns just for killing those bandits, and we got the... Like, think about it this way. We got the experience and the loot from killing them, and... Oh yeah, by the way, what about that heavy chainmail and shit? Like, what about that shit? Hold on a sec. Great sword... 12 point... Oh, hell yeah. Better great sword. Okay, cool. And then, as far as armor goes, heavy chainmail gloves are far better. Oh yeah. Oh, that's sexy. Heavy chainmail boots. Lion's paw leather, though. But still. Yeah, that looks better. We'll give those to Alistair, though. And heavy chainmail steel. It's the same. So let's go Alistair. Alistair, heavy chainmail, my man. Boom, looking good. And then we'll give you the lion's paw. And then as far as leather gloves go, chainmail gloves, you're about the same, so cancel. Chainmail gloves, we'll give you those. There you go. Hey, you're looking pretty. Look, we look like Grey Wardens now, don't we, motherfucker? We're looking like Grey Wardens together. We're wearing the same armor. We're looking cool. We look like a group of badasses. Let's go. Okay, cool. So now we have 2 more quests. Kane said this game map is way bigger than I remember it being. Really? Yeah, it's actually smaller than I remember it being. Kane said the mother's 100% dead or was sold into slavery. The mother. Oh yeah, from the quest, yeah. But no, this was way bigger actually. In the PS3 version, that I felt like this was a lot bigger, in all honesty. But what do I know? I feel like the mother was found.
Target practice, anyone?
Oh. Bam! Kill these wolves. Boom! Oh, I got him to level up. Let's go. Boom. Mighty blow. You have just qualified for a specialization, a customized form of characters-based class. Each offers a unique set of advanced talents and benefits. Characters may have up to 2, with the first being available at level 7, the second at level 14, but you need to find a trainer first. Yeah. Actually, if you hit a new game, if you discover things in your old save files, in next save files, you can use whatever you've actually unlocked. But unfortunately, I have yet to unlock a single one. So, once again, the bonus is given. Like the Berserker one, I love to death, but I hate the Berserker tree. I usually go for a champion Templar, and I rarely use Reaver, because to get Reaver is dumb. So. Alright, we're going to go for 29 strength and a little bit of willpower on that one. And then, alright, we need level 8 for that. That's fine. Because we want our death blow as quick as possible, of course. So, but we're all set for that. And our strength level for these are fine. Not that we want perfect striking. Realistically, we don't want really any of that. Here is where we get into some cool shit. So, we want the passives. So, stunning blows or two-handed strength. The character has learned to wield two-handed weapons more effectively, reducing the penalties to attack and defense from powerful swings, which is the mode we want to use. But this one, master it means that the attack offers a chance to stun. I love the idea of stunning. So that's what we're going with. And yeah, the wolves are all here. I feel like I don't know. Oh yeah, the map shows us. Yeah, she was mauled to death by wolves. Found the body of the boy's mother and recovered her keepsake. Very, very sad. Now we gotta go fight a bear. So we'll save and then we'll fight the bear. I think the bear is over here. Or after. Or it's either where the bandit leader was or where the whatchamacallits are. Where the spider den was. Once we kill that bear, we'll take a break. We'll turn it in. Kane said, people are upset that if any of the newest Spider-Man's runs are going to introduce a gay Spider-Man, but the Spider-Man they think they're going to introduce is not Peter Parker. Well, then it's fine. It's no different than Miles Morales. Don't tell me that Peter Parker's all of a sudden gay or black or a woman or whatever. Introduce a new character as a new Spider-Man. Fine. I got no problem with that. Kane said, people are upset that the new Spider-Man is going to be gay, which makes no sense. When we have a Detective Spider-Man from the 1930s. I didn't know Spider-Man Noir. I don't know why so many people are so homophobic. People just don't want. Here's what you don't do. Here's what you don't do. You don't say Tony Stark as Iron Man is apparently in a homosexual relationship or is transgender or something like that. Don't do that. What you do is you take an iconic character like Iron Man or Spider-Man, and you make, Iron Woman or Spider-Woman for women, and then you make, you make different characters. Miles Morales is still Spider-Man, Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and Miles Morales is Spider-Man. Miles Morales is black, Peter Parker has never been black, that's okay. We have a white Spider-Man, we have a black Spider-Man, whatever. So, just do it that way. It's totally cool if they do it that way. Kane said in recent comics we found out that Thor, real mother, is Gaia when she fed off the power of the Phoenix Force. Well, that makes a lot more sense why Thor's such a badass. Which, really? The Phoenix Force is... Oh, okay. Kane said in a newer comic the Phoenix Force called Thor her son, and we saw the flashback of Gaia with the Phoenix Force giving birth to Thor, so Thor is now the god of fire and thunder. That makes him just even better. Where's the bear again? I thought it was over here. No? Okay, so he's in the spider den. I think he's in the spider den. Trying to attack. Okay, they're not as threatening as I thought. They're doing no damage. I was worried this was some Skyrim level bears. They're gonna kill him before I even get up there. And there's no hides. There's no... Yeah. Alright. This is a landmark thing. Yeah, the landmark tree. We need dog for this though.
I'll get on it.
Alright, but what if I do this? And I go...
Of all the...
Then you go. Wait. Alright, now we check the codex. Alrighty. Codex. Oh, we got a couple of codex to go through. Alright, controls wise. Oh, specializations. Creatures. Bear. No beast is more beloved by Dithraman than the bear. Where the world was new, Dithraman gave one secret to each creature to keep. The foxes traded their secrets to Andril for wings. The hares shuttered theirs to the treetops. The birds sold theirs for gold and silver. Only the bears kept Dithraman's gift deep within their dens. They slept the months away in the company of their secrets and nothing else. Hibernation. Oh, I see. I see what they're doing there. When Dithraman discovered what had been done. He discovered what had been done. Oh, shit. Sorry about that. With his gifts, he snatched the wings from the foxes, silenced the voices of the hares, and turned the birds into pappers. But the bears he honored for their steadfastness. Transcribed from Dalish Tale, 9-8 Dragon, which were the age we're in. Normally, it is almost unheard of for bears to attack travelers. They are, in fact, so shy and so inactive during the day that most people never encounter a bear at all. However, yeah, like these are like the only bears we see in the run of 3 games, I believe. I think there's a couple more bears, and that's it. There are very few bears in this game. However, should a bear be provoked, they are remarkably dangerous, and normally pesky creatures can become enraged and strike them massive blows with their paws, capable of knocking a man off his feet. So, giant spider. Giant spiders tend to appear in old ruins and other places where the veil has become thin because of magical disturbances or a great number of deaths. Yeah, so giant spiders are like fade in nature, I guess. In such places, spirits and demons pass into the world of living, attempt to take control over living beings, spiders among them. Not all scholars accept this explanation for the presence of these beasts, however. Some claim that the thinning veil allows magic to leak from the fade, tainting such creatures as these spiders to transform into larger and more potent creatures than they ever would become naturally. While such spiders are known to possess powerful poison with the ability to fling their webs at opponents in combat, studies of them have been few and the field range of their abilities are unknown. Yeah, I like both explanations. I like the idea that the thinning of the veil, magical creatures in such places, spirits, and pass into the world of living. They corrupt a spider and then they grow. Which, honestly, they're like, not all scholars accept this for the presence of these beasts. However, some claim that the thinning veil allows magic to leak from the fade. They're saying that the spiders aren't possessed necessarily. It's just that the magic allows them to grow. So it's like, it's the same idea still. It's just different. So, Mabari dominance. Mabari hounds are descended from pack hunters, and like their ancestors, they are highly influenced by a defined order of dominance. The primary method of determining that order is by claiming territory through scent marking major landmarks. Once established, the dominant Mabari gains a substantially increase in confidence, stature within his territory, trait that indirectly benefits master as well as hound. There you go. So there is a reason to do it. I just don't know the full benefits. The chastened. Okay, so we got a little bit of reading to do here. All right. The chastened wilders have lived in the before we get into that. Oh no, we're good. The chastened wilders have lived in the Qunari wild since the first wars with the Almeri drove them southward a millennium ago. According to their own lore, they had always been a forest-dwelling people that adapted quickly to their new home. Game and fish are plentiful in the wetlands, and the chastened thrived. For a time, they and the hill-dwelling Avars were true threats to the northern lowlands. The Devinter Empyrean had arrived and was hard-pressed to keep back the waves of invaders from the south and the west. The fortresses of Ostagar was built specifically to watch for chastened hordes, venturing north of the tree line. It was not until the legendary warrior Haftar soundly defeated the chastened in the first half of the Divine Age that the question of their ability to contest the lowlands was settled permanently. Today, the chastened are considered largely peaceful, though their ways are still primitive compared to our own. In the Qunari wilds, they live in strange-looking huts built on stilts or even built into the great treetops. They paint their faces and are split into small tribes, ruled by shamans like those amongst the Avars. There are many tales of these shamans having learned the ways of the magic from the Witch of the Wilds, witches that inspire as much terror as they do awe and gratitude, even though there's no definite proof they exist. In particular, the tale of Flemeth, the greatest witch of the wilds, is celebrated amongst the tribes. While there is no way to know whether the wilds are today, few travelers past the forest tell of chastened eking out in existence even in the frozen wastelands of the forest. So they're not like the Forsworn or anything from Skyrim. They're people and they're allowed in villages and stuff. They're a little more primitive. They're a little more, I live in the country, you live in the city sort of idea. But a little more spaced. One can assume that should the Chasten ever organize themselves once more, we might have reason to fear them in Ferelden. We ignore them at our own peril. By Sister Petrine, Chantry Scholar. Sister Petrine. Alright. Sister Petrine. I believe we meet her in Dragon Age 2, and we want that bitch to die, I believe. Kane said, Thor with the power of Worldbreaker Hulk? Beat Hulk. Wait, what? Thor with the power of Worldbreaker Hulk beat Hulk with the power of Thor in brute force, but Hulk with the power of Thor was able to suck out the gamma radiation of Thor and win. Well, there you go. That's just some crazy shit going on, I guess. Sten. Either you have an invaluable memory or a pitiful life to know nothing of regret. The northern islands are remote, lush jungles that harbor cities rumored to be the most extraordinary ever built. These are the lands of the Qunari, lands that no foreign eyes ever see. Only the stories of 3 exalted marches waged against the giants have reached the south, until the arrival of Sten. The stoic giant in the cage was surely the strangest thing being of Lothering has ever seen until the blight struck. Okay, so I think we're done with all the codexes. Yes, we are. Cool. And now we've done the landmark, so we can do party, and we can do get rid of you, grab Liliana, and now we're off to the races. We're gonna finish Lothering. That is really, really cool. I'm really happy about that because there's a lot of reasons to be happy about that. So let's turn in the Chanter's board. Okay, I'm not hearing shit though. Okay, maybe I turned down the volume a little too much. I was just worried about the... Alright, so let's go audio. Let's go... Yeah.
Blessed are the peacekeepers,
there we go.
Of the just. And the stars stood still, the winds did quiet, and all animals of earth and air held their breath. All was silent in prayer and thanks.
Wait, I got 25 a piece? Are you kidding me?
For a foundation built of stone, marble,
so it was half a sovereign to kill the bears and give the keeps. Are you really? 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 That's... Let me tell you, boys, that's something. Alright. So we're basically done here. Okay, I'm gonna take a leak and then we're gonna jump into leaving Lothering behind. And then get a few cut scenes. We'll do some cool shit. Yada. So be right back. Okay, alright. Let's see what we can get into here. Caden said, in your personal opinion, who do you think would win anti-Striel or True? Anti-something or Truth, I assume? Personally, I think Truth would win because he has stated to be God and Anti-Spiral isn't stated to be God. What the fuck is an Anti-Spiral? What's Anti-Spiral from? So, I don't know what that is. Kane said, personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with religion, but the ones that take religion too seriously and take... No. Religion is the problem. Faith and belief are fine. What you're saying, personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with faith or belief. Organized religion is a problem. It is the problem. It has caused so much discourse and murder throughout history and war and death and famine and so much bullshit that organized religion should be stricken from the world and reset. As Ricky Gervais once said, if you destroy all the science books and all the religious books tomorrow and kill everyone on Earth, except for like the children who have no recollection, eventually, they'll figure out the sciences again. But will they actually figure out the religions again? No. They'll never rewrite the Bible. The Bible will never happen again. The Quran will never happen again. Buddhism will not happen. They will know nothing. None of these sects and rules and all this shit will exist. But science will remain. Because the facts of gravity are true. Fire burns, water cleanses, all this shit, wind blows, and the garden grows. You know what I mean? These things are facts, and they will always be facts. So, I always love that. So, yeah, I'm going with that one. God damn, it's getting a little chilly down here. I think I'm gonna go grab a sweater or something. Be right back. Alrighty. Alright. So, yeah. Caden said Antispal is from Tengen Tuppa Gurren Lagann. Oh yeah, Gurren Lagann. I never finished Gurren Lagann. Heard it was good. Caden said, I meant faith. Don't you know why I put religion? But I do agree with your opinion. Yeah. Faith and belief are not the problem. They have never been the problem, and they will never be the problem. The problem is organized religion as a whole. You get a bunch of people that believe that they're right and the other side is wrong. Well, you're just setting up disaster with that one. Somehow that can had a little dent in it. Jesus Christ. One sec. Just want to clean up that little spillage there. It wasn't much. Just that little bit that... This is what happens when you have a dented can. When the can's dented, it tends to sometimes make weird... It tends to dribble down the can and cause a mess. But I think we're okay. I think we're all good. I got a little bit on my pants, but it's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Alright. So yeah. Kane said at the end of the series, Antispiral was throwing galaxies like it was nothing, stepping on the fabric of the universe and made the universe look tiny in comparison. Well, that's something to live up to for sure. Alright, so let's go. Now, do we have any other chests that we wanted to find? Chantry had a chest. I think we're all good because there were no other chests that I knew of. Alright, Darkspawn time. There we go. Killed again, Locke. Okay, whoa. Alright. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, the Genlock is fine. Herlock. Yeah, let's hit the Herlock. Oh, I think they killed. Yeah, they killed the general. All right, cool. Well done. Well done. There we go. So Alistair was the only one who died. But
my friend, I'm much obliged.
There we go. You're welcome.
The name's Bodon Feddick, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
Don't you want to travel? It's a bit complicated. You're welcome to come along.
Complicated? Somehow I imagine that only says half of it. Thank you for the offer. There may be more excitement on your path than is good for my boy and me. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
Alright, so cool. So injuries are all going to be solved, so I don't need to use that lesser injury kit anyways. Let's crate. Small carved statue. Nothing behind the cart in this particular instance.
I'll get on it.
Herlock Alpha had a little bit of gold. Oh, a blood mage. Sealed letter. What's the sealed letter contain? Quest related. I won't go back. Let them hunt. I dread finding me. But you, Melis, should not live this life. It would please me if you found a life in the Circle Tower. I left a few things there, mostly stolen from the enchanters. Sell them to fund a new path. The capture's in the study area. Middle alcove. Goodbye. Alright, so no quest officially, just...
Now's better than later.
Alrighty. Alright, so we're going to save right here just in case of reasons. And we're going to call this Last of Lothering. Just in case we need to come back and reset for some stupid reason. But let's move on. We're done with Lothering, guys. Jesus. I don't remember seeing it that well in... It's different, a little bit different in the PS3 version. I've never played the PC version, so I'm seeing some differences. Oh, like that is way more detailed.
Bad dreams, huh?
Seems so real.
Well, it is real, sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do.
Wow.
That's why we know this is really a blight.
Oh, so that's how Grey Wardens know when a blight is and when a blight isn't. It's like, this is not a large Darkspawn raid, there's an Archdemon because we dream it, we see it. Caden said, so in the upcoming One Piece chapter, what are your predictions? Most likely we're going to find out what happened to Sabo and get other people's reaction of Luffy beating Kaido. Yeah, I like to think that. We've gotten all the updated bounties that I think we were curious about. I heard Rayleigh's bounty is supposedly coming out soon, so I have to wait and see for that. I expect that to be at least 4 billion. I expect Rayleigh's bounty to be anywhere from 3 to 5. Yeah, you know what? An even 5 billion. Lower than Whitebeard's, lower than Rogers, but higher than the original Yonko because he was top dog. He helped defeat the Rock's crew, you know? Like, Rox's bounty was probably higher than Roger or Whitebeard, potentially. Well, no, technically, because... I wonder what Rock's bounty was. I think Rox's bounty was probably the first 4 billion in history, and then Whitebeard, because didn't what's his name say that Roger's bounty was the highest of any pirate? So I don't know. Kane said, I still say Adam is the strongest human, then Buddha, Heracles, Quinn, Lubu, Raiden, Sasuke, Tesla, Jack the Ripper. Sure, yeah, Adam's the strongest human.
I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the Archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow,
I can understand.
when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too.
Thank you, Astor. I appreciate it.
That's what I'm here for. To deliver unpleasant news and witty one-liners. Anyhow,
Nathan Fillion would have been amazing at this too.
And get a move on.
Okay, okay, we're finally... Oh, wow, wow. Alright, alright, alright. Whoa. Soldier's Peak, King's Coming. Alright, so we have all our... Yeah. So, travel to Shoulders Pass, where a troubled merchant awaits a deal that might be just too good to be true. Soldier's Peak, go to the party camp. The last time you traveled to the open road, you caught a glimpse of a merchant in the distance. Appears to be following you. If you set up camp, he might be able to catch up to you. And the King's Confidant, during the Ban Lawrence lands. There are rumors that a fellow... Old party camp. All of your party injuries are healed when you return to camp. Each party member can be found somewhere in the camp, making an ideal location to hand out new equipment, give gifts, or talk. There are rumors that a fellow survivor of Rostgard escaped the prisons of Ban Loren and is seeking the aid of the Grey Wardens. The Ban's lands lie in the north reaches of the Banneron. The escaped prisoner has likely taken refuge in the deep woods of the estate. Okay, cool. Wait, why is that? Okay, yeah, we get it. Enchantment. Talk to the dwarves. We have Codex though. Party camp. That's related. Trolls. I think we're all good with our Codex. Alright. Kane said, if Lubu would have dodged the attack from Thor that broke his legs, I think the fight would have lasted longer. I think so. He still would have lost the fight, but would have wounded Thor more in the fight. I think so, yeah. That's a good assumption. Alright, so let's talk to these guys first. It's our camp, guys. It's our camp. It's so cool. Oh, wait. Who's this asshole?
You're a hard man to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy. Levy Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? Levy the trader? Really? He never told you of old Levy? We've known each other for years. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
Well, how do you know Duncan?
It's a bit of a tale, that is. But I'm the one who brought the Grey Wardens back to Ferelden. Well, I was one of the ones. There were a lot of us. Maker's breath, I'm a bit nervous. Honoured to be here, really.
Okay, so this guy seems a little shrewd, but... go ahead, tell your tale.
After King Marek freed us from the Orlesians, the Grey Wardens begged the King's permission to come into Ferelden, some sort of internal business. Me and a mess of other Warden sympathisers spoke on behalf of your order. Tan Loghain was very much against letting Orlesian Wardens in the kingdom.
I mean, fair enough.
Marek, Andraste, bless him, was a fair-minded monarch, and he let them in.
Go on, I'm listening.
So that's why I was there when the Wardens and their leader, Genevieve, presented herself to the king. The first Wardens in Ferelden in over a century. Proudest state of my life, that was. Duncan was a bit of a scamp back then. We were of an age and struck up a friendship. The king himself went with the Wardens on their mysterious business. When he returned, he rescinded King Ardlan's decree, and the Wardens came back to Ferelden for good.
On some mysterious business, huh? Duncan Milson needs it. I thank you for your part in bringing the Wardens here.
Oh, his stomach's all aflutter. You're welcome.
Promise it doesn't make you.
Well, as you know, my family's name is Mud around noble circles. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden commander of Ferelden back when the Wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Arlan banished the Wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles.
That's a bit drastic, isn't it? Kane said, I still don't know what human she would have chosen to fight if Buddha would have never switched sides. Probably Kentucky. Kane said she probably would have chosen the Dragon Slayer to fight him. Oh, Siegfried? But Siegfried's not on the list.
And then some. Not much is known about that time. After King Arlan died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one. and our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride.
I'm surprised you kept your name.
Our family's only crime was guarding the kingdom against the blight. We're not ashamed of that.
I like this guy.
Ask for the truth. My family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name. It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honour.
I never even heard of Soldier's Peak.
Well, no one's been to Soldier's Peak since Ireland's days.
I wish I didn't have the glow right now.
I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few years back. So I went to Duncan, I did, and I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honour.
Fair enough. Why didn't Duncan help you?
Darkspawn surfaced in southern Ferelden, and Duncan got plenty busy recruiting new wardens and meeting with good King Caelan. Duncan said he would help
Makes
after the
sense.
Battle of Ostagar. Said there might be useful things at the peak, but he never had the chance. Soldier's Peak is strategic and symbolic importance. Duncan said that it would be worth it right there. He also hoped to recover lost Warden history and perhaps a few old relics. No one knows what's up there now.
What do you need from me?
I can pick my way through the tunnels at the base of Soldier's Peak, but the place, well, they say it's haunted, and it'll be dangerous for certain. Will you think on it at least? 1,000 blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
Okay, cool. There we go. Just so we look less stupid in cutscenes. Alright, so now we have the opportunity to get the Warden Commander's armor, which is fucking amazing armor. So, well, it looks, I prefer, my favorite armor I think is the Juggernaut armor. Everyone likes Wade's Dragon Plate, but I prefer, personally, my favorite is the Juggernaut armor. It's the shiniest, looks the coolest. Kane said she probably would have chosen the Dragon Slayer to fight him. Yeah, personally, I believe some of the gods that were mad at Buddha for switch sides are going to take this opportunity to jump while he's still weak and recovering. Maybe. Kane said, I don't think all the gods want to kill humanity, but I think there is a minority in the gods, because Heracles and Buddha are some prime examples of gods still like humans. Yeah, there's probably that.
It's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Fennick at your service once again. I saw your camp and remember the kind offer that you made the last time we met. And is there anywhere safer for a poor merchant and his son to sleep? I think not. I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
Have you been following us?
Following you? I'm not even certain where you're going, my friend. And quite frankly, it's none of my business. Trust me when I say that my encountering you here was serendipity and nothing more. I travel a lot, so I'm bound to meet everyone on the road eventually. If you prefer, I'll take my boy and be on my way. But regretfully, you're the safest spot on this road, without a doubt. Wonderful. Thank the gentleman, won't you, boy?
Thank you, sir.
We won't be a bother to you and your companions, I assure you. If you should need enchantments, simply talk to my boy. Otherwise, come speak with me.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him an... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
But dwarves can't use magic.
He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform. But my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment!
And there you have it.
Enchantment? Enchantment!
Enchantment!
No, that doesn't sound right. Enchantment? Enchantment! Nah. That voice is wrong. That voice is wrong. I'm just saying. Wait, when did we get Oathkeeper? We randomly get Oathkeeper? Since when? But the Edge and Oathkeeper, which two swords, by the way, that we cannot use because... what? Alright, except... okay, so, wait a minute. We're two-handed, so you're the only... why the hell? When did we get Oathkeeper, by the way? Yeah, it's brand new. So, 8.4... you can't use the Edge yet. No. 26 Dexterity. We'll get it soon. But you can use Oathkeeper. Okay.
Enchantment? Enchantment!
Okay, that is the right voice. Just sounded weird. Alright, so Journeyman Lightning Novice +1 +2. Yeah, there we go.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife?
So what's your story exactly?
Well, if you're really interested, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I am originally from Orzammar, the famed dwarven city that lies beneath the stately Frostback Mountains. I was a merchant there, too. Merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose.
Lost Glory. Let's see. Kane said, I don't think all the gods want to kill humanity, but I think there are the minority in the gods, because Heracles and Buddha are prime examples of gods still like humans. Kane said, do you think we'll see Lucifer and Satan and other than the Nine Princes? No. Since Beelzebub is fighting, I think that's a representation, and I hate it. I'm going to ignore them like they did with Persephone. I think that's the case. Kane said, the Juggernaut armor is pretty good. Armor spelt wrong. I probably rank it number 3 out of all the armors. Spelt wrong. Really, what's your number 1 and 2?
Our kingdoms once spanned the length of Thanos, from majestic Orzammar to Kalsharok to glittering Darmalin far to the west. They say the gold and silver veins ran so thick through the stone of Darmalin that the entire city sparkled. The Darkspawn took it all, of course. One by one, the old tides fell, and then all that was left was Orzammar. But we were talking about how I ended up here. Well, one day, a noble woman came to my store. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that. Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me. The lost tides, they're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure.
He's a merchant through and through. Let's go.
To the nobles it is. They believe everything in the tides belongs to the house that once dwelled there, even if it's in ruins and they haven't seen it in generations. The noble woman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back.
Love this man. Now you're here.
Yes, here I am. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you? Some folks aren't happy about Tyrn Loghain being named regent. There are rumours he had something to do with the king's death. Isn't that the most ridiculous thing you ever heard? The Darkspawn killed him, sure enough. If Tyrn Loghain couldn't save the king from that inn, then nobody could. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. Look, we don't rob people, all right? We don't take things from people that need them. The things in the law's ties, what good did they do lying there? I brought them back to Orzammar, where people could look at them and remember. It's not all that different up here. There are places long abandoned by the humans everywhere. Even more now with the Darkspawn coming. People flee from the Blight with good reason, but they forget things. Things with value and meaning. They leave them behind because they're frightened and desperate. And sometimes, my boy and I, we find our way to these places before the Horde descends, and we save these things. I take them away so the Darkspawn don't get them. Is that so bad? They destroy everything they touch.
I suppose it is better than having the Darkspawn take it out. I mean, to be fair, yeah. Like if I had like some really like some of my expensive shit in here, someone was gonna come around and be like, "Ooh, look at this beautiful like $300 chestnut fucking boom," and I was like, "You motherfucker! Oh, look at these beautiful hardwood floors. They must have cost $2,000." Bam! It's like, fuck you. So.
That's what I tell myself too. Ah, these are dark times indeed. Dark times, my friend.
Let's see.
Ah, yes. I'm married to a fine woman back in Denerim, it's true.
Right.
She'd give me a son if she could, but that's not likely to ever be. Sandal here. I found him in the deep roads years ago. Abandoned, I think. And he was never quite right in the head. I took him in, and I brought him with me when I came here to the surface. He may not be my blood, true, but I think of him as one.
We left Orzammar.
That's right, boy. Maybe one day we'll see it again.
That's generous of you.
It's not as if I don't benefit, mind you. Turns out the boy's a natural working with enchantments. He might have even been lyrium-addled. I never thought of that before, to be honest. Happens sometimes. He can work an enchantment into just about anything, however, given some time. Could probably open his own shop, if he knew how.
Enchantment.
Well, he does seem to enjoy it, at least.
Alright.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Let's get the health potions right out of the way. Buy them all up. Let's get the lesser injury kits, which costs almost a sovereign, by the way. All right, yeah, we get all this crazy shit. So, Tome of Physical Technique allows 1 point to spend on a talent or spell. Right. 22 gold apiece. Yeah, we can't afford that. 100 Dragon Bone. 131. Only sells for 21. It's only 9%. Like, why is that? Why would it be that expensive? Even Dragon Bone, this shit is garbage when you think about it. Like, as a melee weapon, as a one-headed weapon, fine dandy, but 9.6? 9.6? I got 9.6, like, I got 8.10 already. Like, I don't need that extra 1 damage. It adds 2 strength, it adds some shit, but it's not worth 131, it never was. Sivian's Mercy, Final Reason. Now that staff, that's some shit. I'm gonna have to get that eventually for Morrigan. Requires 32 magic. I can buy it right now. I'm worried that if I don't buy it right now, it's not gonna be there, but I think it will. Proving helm. Ooh, Beargun's honor. It looks like the Vulcan helmet. But it requires fortitude strength. So we can't use it. Spirit hands. There's so much shit here that we can or should get, but we can't get. You know what I mean? Alright, so spell ward, blah 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 blah. Dalish. Hunter's belt. Increases monetary gain. Something worth considering. Let's see. We don't need... I mean, we do want Grandmaster runes, but we don't need them right now. Golden rune necklace, of course we don't want that. Gift. Griever one Hampo, of course we want that. Gift. 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 Of course we want the gifts. Oh, these are all the... these are all the gag gifts. Gift. Buy how many? You can buy... Wait, what? Sugar cake. There's 50? 50 of... Oh, Jesus. So I didn't need to buy any of those. What the fuck? Manual Ranger. Manual Templar. 15 gold. Backpack is 7 gold. Jesus Christ. Alright, we need the backpack, so... Jesus Christ. Should have scrolled all the way down, bought the backpack, then thought about everything else, shouldn't I? Kane said, Wade Dragon scale armor. Once again, they all look the same, but yeah. Yeah, that's usually the Legion of the Dead armor, fair enough, and then Juggernaut. Alright, fair enough. Warden, I like the, and I know we weren't counting Awakening, but I like the the volcanic armor. That's usually my favorite. But yeah, King Kaelin's armor, Juggernaut armor. Wade's is good too, but yeah. Alright, so we gotta sell some shit. God damn it. Alright, get rid of the bomb. Alright, get rid of these. There we go. 7. Now what are we at? We need 50. Alright. Let's get rid of some shit then. Get rid of the dagger. Enchanted daggers and... Boom! Now we have no money. We got a lot of shit, but we got no money. Okay, so we got 3 gold at most, and everything else is a fucking joke. So. Alrighty. Morgan is in her own camp all alone. So let's just see for a second. Because we're totally romancing Morgan, because suffice it to say, regardless what other people think, I think that the right canon is a male Kuzlan warrior who romances Morgan and has the old god baby. Kane said, Shiva had to win his round, both in story and out of story, because he's the only god from his pantheon who's fighting. He's also the head of his pantheon. I already made a video about that. Caden, you've been watching my reviews. You know my reaction to my reviews and my videos. You know for a fact that I have been saying that from a narrative perspective, Shiva had to win. Raiden had no... It didn't matter who went up against Shiva. Shiva had to win. For like 9 different reasons. You're bringing up 2 of them. I had another 7. Like, there's too many reasons. Ken said, if you want to have lost that round, people from the Hindu religion would have been very upset. They're upset anyways. And probably would have sent death threats to the author. They already do. They already do. Because of reasons, you know? Like, it's just, it's really dumb. Anyways, I'll be right back, and then we'll try to do a few things here at the camp. We're not going to leave the camp tonight, but we finished Lord of the Rings, so we'll end the stream here in a little bit. Alrighty, we're back. Let's see. Kane said, if you want to have lost that round, people from the Hindu religion would have been very upset and probably would have sent death threats to the author. We already read that. Kane said, the strongest gods, in my opinion, and Record of Ragnarok is Zeus, Odin, Hades, Thor, Zerafuku, Beelzebub, Poseidon, Shiva, Heracles. I disagree, but that's fine. That's the way you want to...
What do you wish of me?
Let's see. Let's ask you something.
If you must. I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend.
That does sound like something you do.
Oh? I truly doubt that children would be worth the effort. They are filthy, smelly things full of tears and snot and trouble. That said, I cannot speak for the tastes of my mother. She has, after all, lived a very lengthy time in the wilds and done many things I know nothing of. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know?
Do you spend much time as an animal?
There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
What are they? I was thinking when you
They
changed.
do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask.
The human form as well.
The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess. Anyone with sufficient will, but the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell and thus requires a mage's talents. If you had a notion to learn such a skill for yourself, sadly, you must remain disappointed.
Fair enough. I've never heard of magic like that before.
No? 'Tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could, but as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one.
There you go. Caden said the fighters I want for round 9 are Anubis versus Rasputin. I think that fight would be amazing. I do too. And the God of Death versus the Man That Could Not Die. Everyone's expecting it. We'll have to wait and see. But the Tesla fight should be amazing. I'm looking forward to it. Caden said, it sounds like her mother is a very disgusting and brutal person. Flemeth is not disgusting. She's amazing, but she's not a great mother. She is not a great mother at all. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Just give me one quick moment to check on something. And then we may or may not be ending the stream shortly. Alright, so we're going to finish this conversation and then we're going to call it a stream. We played for 2 hours. We finished Lothering, though, and we did a couple of quests here in the camp. We set up some quests in the camp, so that's pretty cool. We're going to talk to Morrigan here for a little bit and then we're going to be done. So,
Not all apostates use the forbidden blood arts. Maleficarum do, but to condemn all who do not fall under the circle's thrall for the sake of what might be is a dangerous path to walk. There are those who look on the word apostate as meaning freedom.
that's true.
Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
think your abilities sound quite useful.
Oh, you're simply full of surprises, little man, aren't you? But enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us.
Margaret and Blues approves +4. So let's talk to her again.
What do you wish of me? If you must. I cannot teach you, no, but any other mages that cared to learn, yes, I could do that. Send whoever you wish my way, and I shall teach them what I can in the camp, provided they possess the will to even make the attempt.
There we have a specialization.
What do you wish of me? If you must. Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I?
You can probe me anytime.
Beg pardon then while I jump for joy. What is it you asked? If I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. Where else would you picture me? For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me than Flemeth's tales of the world of man. In time I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond, never for long. Brief forays into a civilized wilderness. For the most part, Flemeth taught me well. For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of the civilized lands proved to be overwhelming. I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth could never have prepared me for.
Very daring, sounds like you.
Equal parts daring and foolhardy, perhaps. Only once was I accused of being a witch of the wilds, and that by a chastened who happened to be travelling with a merchant caravan. He pointed and gasped and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested.
Jesus. That was quick thinking.
Men are always willing to believe two things about a woman. One, that she is weak, and two, that she finds him attractive.
This is actually facts.
I and battered my eyelashes at the captain of the guard. Child's play. The point being that I was able to move through human lands fairly easily. Whatever humans think a witch of the wild looks like, 'tis not I. Not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching for a simple greeting?
Touching like a handshake?
To begin with, yes. What is the point of touching my hand? I find it an offensive intrusion. There were many nuances that Flemeth could never tell me of. When to look into another's eyes. How to eat at a table. How to bargain without offending. None of these things I knew. I still do not understand it all, truth be told, but then I gave up long ago any hope of doing so. When I returned to the wilds last, I swore to Flemeth that I had no intention of leaving again.
Yet here you are.
Yes, here I am. Well, let's get on with it before the ground opens up and swallows us, yes?
+6. Cool. Alright, we'll do one more conversation before we end it.
Yes? At times, perhaps. A world full of people and buildings and things was all very foreign to me. If I wished companionship, I ran with the wolves and flew with the birds. If I spoke, 'twas to the trees.
But you eventually left.
Such simple pleasures will only enthrall for so long. I recall the first time I crept beyond the edge of the wilds. I did so in animal form, remaining in the shadows and watching these strange townsfolk from afar. I happened upon a noblewoman by her carriage, adorned in sparkling garments, the likes of which I had never before seen. I was dazzled. This, to me, seemed what true wealth and beauty must be. I snuck up behind her and stole a hand mirror from the carriage. 'Twas encrusted in gold and crystalline gemstones, and I hugged it to my chest with delight as I sped back to the wilds. She was not. Flemeth was furious with me. I was a child and had not yet come into my full power, and I had risked discovery for the sake of a pretty bauble. To teach me a lesson, Flemeth took the mirror and smashed it upon the ground. I was heartbroken.
But you were just a child.
And a foolish one. Flemeth was right to break me of my fascination. Beauty and love are fleeting and have no meaning. Survival has meaning. Power has meaning. Without those lessons, I would not be here today, as difficult as they might have been. Do I not? I am still an apostate mage, even if I have left the wilds. The Darkspawn are yet undefeated. No, there is much that remains. To return to your original question, perhaps my time in the wilds was indeed lonely, but such was how it had to be. I find myself at times wondering what might have become of the girl with the beautiful golden mirror, but such fantasies have no place amidst reality.
Well, we got quite a bit of approval with Morrigan, so we're going to save that at camp. Call it the camp save, and we're going to have to continue because we have a lot more shit to go through anyways before we even pretend we have codexes to read. We've got people to sleep with. We got a lot of shit to do. So, thanks guys so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much to Caden for always jumping in at all hours, regardless when I seem to stream, and just jumping in and just being a part and asking the hard questions, you know. So anyways, it's been fun. We'll see you guys back here next time for more Dragon Age Origins. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you guys back here next time. Bye-bye.